Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Lohr, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We've been trying to serve the registered agent of Van Gogh LLC, Mr. Mark Homlish. Our process server's representative spoke with Mr. Homlish, and Mr. Homlish has requested service by email, and then he provided his email address, which we put in our motion. He's asked to be served that way because he's up in Minnesota and travels, and had stated he wouldn't be in the area. And so we've requested permission to serve him via email.
Any objection to that?
No, none from defendants.
Let me just look at one thing real quick. But is that the only thing we have said today?
On this case, yes, Your Honor.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull this up. I guess my only question is, you didn't attach a confirmation email, anything that they've agreed to be served this way, and there are certain, excuse me, certain statutory requirements to get service this way, but you're representing that this is agreed to by the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. He has requested this avenue for service as the registered agent.
I mean, just in the future, you may want to just include like the email where they do that. I'll go ahead and sign it, but I'm going to take your word for it. And if there's an issue, then I guess they can bring that up. So, all right, well, that's it for today. You guys be safe. Okay, I'm signing this right now. I'm about to send it to the clerks. So let me do that in 1 second. Weird. I hope this works. Okay. All righty. That's it. Our next hearing is, who else is here on the 1:30 docket?
My name's Joyce Hollins, and I'm representing Dallas Area Rapid Transit.
Okay.
We have a special exception.
Is anyone here with Ms. Castle's office?
Your Honor, Judge, Your Honor, I'll be representing Mrs. Castle's office on this hearing.
Okay. All right. Do you guys want a record on this?
I don't need one, Your Honor.
Ms. Hollins, you need a record?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, ma'am.
I'm sorry, yes.
Okay. Let's go on the record on cause number DC 204588. Counsel, make your appearances.
This is Joyce Hollins representing defendant Dallas Area Rapid Transit.
This is Alex Presley for the plaintiff Charles Niemans.
All right, let's proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We have filed this special exception.
Hello, I'm sorry, Mr. Alex. Your name isn't on the screen, so can you give that to me again?
Yeah, Alex Presti. That's Presti.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to change that. I have no idea how to change that.
you may proceed.
Your Honor. We filed a special exception on 4 of the claims that are presented in plaintiff's original petition, which are negligent hiring, training, supervision, and retention. This is a slip and or trip and fall accident, personal injury case that occurred at one of DART's train stations. And the plaintiff has sued DART under the Texas Tort Claims Act. And because DART is a governmental entity, there must be a clear and unambiguous waiver of its immunity in order to maintain a cause of action against it. There is no clear and unambiguous waiver of immunity for negligent training, supervision, retention. I think that's all of them. Training, supervision, retention, and hiring. That's the 4th one that was alleged. The statute is Texas Civil Practice and Remedies Code, section or chapter 101.021. And the waiver that is there is limited to injury caused by a condition of personal property or tangible personal property or real property. And these cause of actions that are pled are based on information. And I've cited some cases in the motion that established a long history that such types of claims are not within that limited waiver of immunity. So we're asking that the court will sustain our special exceptions and either have the plaintiff replead or strike those. We don't believe that they can be cured, but if there is a way to do that, in the alternative, we would ask that the plaintiff be allowed to replead.
Response?
Nothing from the plaintiff at this time, Your Honor, but we would ask or agree with Ms. Hollins that if the court does rule in the defendant's favor, that we be allowed to replead.
I'm going to order you to replead, and let me see how let's see.
We filed the proposed order on the 22nd.
Yeah, let me see. I'm just going to order those to be repled within within 14 days. Did you leave?
No, Your Honor, we're still here.
Okay. I'm trying to do this online. I've never done it quite like this before. So let me.
I hear that, Your Honor. It's a little difficult. I'm still trying to figure out how to change my Zoom name.
Yeah.
We're all learning a lot more these last couple of years than we probably have in a long time.
Yeah. No kidding. That's absolutely true.
And Your Honor, I was kind of looking at the court's docket, and there is actually a special exceptions hearing on the 22nd as well.
Okay.
And maybe Ms. Hollins knows a little bit more about that. It looks like it's the exact same special exceptions. And I don't know if we need another hearing on this. So I just wanted to know.
In this case, I don't recall that.
Yeah, it looks like there's some hearing set for the 22nd of October. I just want to go ahead and make sure that we don't have to be here on the 22nd.
You have a separate issue that you need to get dealt with, Ms. Hollins?
I don't think we filed anything for the 22nd. I do know that I thought this case is for trial on the 12th,
Okay.
which I had spoken with Ms. Castle in Serrano before she left about a continuance because we had been having trouble getting Mr. Nina's deposition, and we just took that, and none of us have the transcript yet. So I do anticipate that we will be filing an agreed motion for continuance today. I haven't seen that come through, but
I don't mind continuing it if you want to, but if there's going to be an issue with that, Mr. Presti, I can, they can make them go through the whole process.
No, Your Honor, we would be agreed to the continuance.
When would you like it reset to, Ms. Hollins?
I would say 60 days. That would give us time to get the transcript, and if we're going to go to mediation, that would be very helpful to have the transcript.
All right, so I'm sorry, what day did you say again? What month?
I don't think I answered you directly. So 60 days, that would put us into October, November. That would put us into the beginning of December.
Okay, beginning of December. All right, does that work for you, Mr. Presti?
I'd actually have to get back with you and check on the rest of Chrissy's docket, but is there a specific date that the court is looking at?
If I said 60 days, that would be if the trial date is on the 12th of October, then I'm sorry,
It's like
December
the 13th of
14th.
December.
Yeah, 13th or 14th of December. Judge, are you putting all your trials on the Tuesdays instead of Mondays?
Yeah, always Tuesdays. Yeah, it's been that way since I started as a judge. You know, we are so backlogged here that, you know, for quite a while there, I was trying to get people, just like force them to go to trial, and I don't know what's going to happen. So if you want to move it, I don't care. If you want to move, not that I don't care, but I don't know that it matters. And so if you want to move it to December, that's okay with me. If you want to keep it the day it is, that's okay with me too. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm okay.
So, Your Honor, I am available on the 14th of December. I just don't know if
You want to
Counsel-
consult with Ms. Castle and see what her availability is, and
Yes, Your Honor.
you make a commitment. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm doing this as on like contract basis, so I don't know, you know, what her plans are. So
Sure.
if we could just hold off on maybe that, but we certainly agreed to the continuance. I know that you know, as Ms. Hollins represented earlier, Serrana has left, and Serrana was the main attorney handling this case. So
Why don't you just consult with them, Ms. Hollins? I don't foresee that's going to be an issue, but consult with them, and we'll be glad to move it as long as it's agreed to.
Thank you, Your Honor. We will do that.
All right, you guys have a great day, and you guys be safe, okay?
all right, thank you.
We do
Thank you, Your
that.
Honor.
Okay, we have someone here, you guys are excused, named iPhone. I don't know, I assume that's not a name. And then there's Duyan Folabi.
Good afternoon, Judge. She's my witness for the 145 summary judgment. I'm sorry, default judgment. I apologize.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Make sure we have the right case. Is this on the Simeon Coker case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's go on the record, Tony, on cause number DC 219773, Coker v. Kentebi, I think. Parties make your appearances.
Simeon Coker, Your Honor. I'm the plaintiff on this case.
All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, this is my motion for default judgment. This was filed back in September, so it's been in the court docket for like a month. The defendant has now filed an answer. I did file some documents for the court purposes so that I can establish my case for judgment. They are Exhibit A to E. Did the court get the documents?
Possibly. Let me look. When did you file those?
This was sent to Ms. Pierce and Pinson Friday.
Let's see. Is this Hawkins v. Abid? No, that's not this case. Yes, we got it. Coker. Okay. Did you get a
Yes,
copy of
yes.
the, Tony, did you get a copy of those?
I haven't looked.
I'll forward them to you real quick so you have them.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so what exhibits do you have?
Exhibit A to E. I would like the honor to admit them right now.
Okay, all right. Exhibits, what did you say, A through what?
E, A through E.
A through E are admitted?
Your Honor, at this time also, I want the court to take judicial notice that the defendant was served and the return of service has been on the court file at least 10 days per the rules.
Court will so note.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to call Ms. Afolabi as my first witness.
Okay, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Ma'am?
Ms. Afolabi, is she still there?
I don't know. Ms. Falabi, are you going to testify today or
Your
no?
Honor, in that, okay.
Ma'am, are you there? Is she at the same location as you, or do you want to text her? She's not responding. And she looks like she's not muted, so I'm not sure why she's not responding. Now she has, I don't know what she's done, but she's still here.
Your Honor, do you want to
There
swear?
she is.
in the
Okay,
end?
I think she's connecting to audio right now.
Okay.
Ms.
Mr.
Falabi,
Falabi,
you're going to need to unmute, please.
Can you hear us?
I cannot. She has not
Hello?
unmuted yet. Ms. Falabi, you need to unmute.
Okay, yeah, I can.
Okay.
Have you
Can
heard
you
me?
hear us now?
All right. Did you need me to swear you in again, ma'am?
Hannah,
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Right, yeah.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear to say the truth, all the truth, and the truth.
I do.
I do.
Okay, great. You may proceed. Mr. Coker, you need to unmute.
Mr. Falabi, have you seen the evidence that is presented in this case, marked Exhibit A?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is this email from you to Mr. Robert Wells, who was representing you on the purchase?
Yes, please.
Okay. Could you tell the court what the email is about?
Yeah.
Couple more.
1 minute, please. Oh my God. The email dated 5th of October 2016, 1820 is from me to Robert Wells, the person who did the conveyancing for me, just to let him know that whether he has received the wire amount of 139,000 I sent to him.
Your Honor, let me give you a little bit of background. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Mr. Coker, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Your Honor?
I can now.
Okay, Your Honor, this is a what is it? This is a petition for title among other cause of action. This property was bought by Mr. Falabi. Mr. Falabi gave his son, that is Mr. Kentebe, a power of attorney to close the property. But for some reason, his name found its way into the deed. Mr. Falabi sold me the property. So I'm trying to, through this action, remove Mr. Kentebe's name so that the property can be registered in my name only. Mr. Falabi, I'm going to go through the first email. This is from Mr. Wells saying that you had paid, that they had received the 139,000. Did Mr. Kentebe pay any of this money?
No,
Okay, so all the 139,000 you paid, is that correct?
yes,
And the second email, it says that, you wanted to have Mr. Kentebe has a power of attorney for closing purposes, is that correct?
yes,
And then the power of attorney is going to be recorded with the documents in the county, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, and then on the further email, you give Mr. Kentebes and your address and telephone number. I mean, your address and his address and your address. Is that correct?
yes, please.
Okay, so now exhibit 2. Now, this is the power of attorney. Your Honor, if you could look at page 3 of the power of attorney, you can see that Mr. Kentebe promised to act as the agent of Mr. Falabi. Is Your Honor saying that?
Yes.
Okay, so Your Honor, I don't mean to, go this way, but if you look at page 1, it says that he's an agent and the purposes of the power is for him to complete the sale. Mr. Falabi, why did you need Mr. Kentebe to complete the sale of this property?
Because I live in United Kingdom and it's my son because he lives in Dallas. I said he should help me to do it.
Okay, so you were not in town, but you had him to complete the transaction for you, correct?
Yes, yes.
Your Honor, I would like you to note on exhibit 2, this is a public document and the recording is
What, I'm sorry, you said exhibit 2?
I'm sorry, exhibit B, I apologize, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is a public document and it was recorded in the county record for Dallas. And on page 3, it has the recording information.
Okay, I see it. Yes.
Okay.
Let me share screen to make sure I'm on the same page as you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me a second.
So we're on third page.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor, the third page of exhibit B, correct. It says file and recorded, official public record. Dallas County, Texas. And he had the number and the amount that was paid.
Also, Judge, can we clear it? Is it exhibit 2? I thought he admitted A through E.
Exhibit B.
It's exhibit B.
Okay, so Ms. Afalabi, this is exhibit C. It has your name and Mr. Kentebe. Is that how you wanted the deed to be prepared with your name and his?
No.
Okay, how did you want the deed to be prepared?
On my name only.
Okay, do you know how Mr. Kentebe's name got on the property?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Your Honor, exhibit D, if you on the Dallas County Appraisal District, it has 50% ownership. And like we already testified, Ms. Kentebe paid Mr. Afolabi paid all the money. Mr. Kentebe was an agent for the principal to complete the sale. So there is no reason why his name to be on the deed, talk less about him having a 50% ownership interest. Your Honor, exhibit E now. Ms. Kentebe, did you sign the document that is admitted as exhibit E?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and that is your, and that's your signature transferring all your interests, including the one held in trust by your son, over to me. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand if the judge signed this order, all the interests of both of you and actually your interest in the property will go to me, which will be the 100%. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes. Yes, that's what I.
Your Honor, I will pass the witness just in case you have any question for clarification.
No, no, go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor, Like from Exhibit E, Ms. Afolabi sold this real estate to me, but Mr. Kentebe's name is a cloud on the title. Your Honor, the order that we presented to the court want you to get rid of this cloud, and also to order Mr. Kentebe to pay the taxes he owes on the property, and also to charge rent from the date, Mr. Falabi signed the, signed the deed from July of this year up to October, and also continuing until he leaves the premises. And also the court,
I'm looking at the judgment right now.
sure, and the court of course should be awarded against him.
And what is Mr. Kentebe's relationship to the witnesses again?
He's my
She had a-
He's the son of the witness, Your Honor.
Okay,
And Your Honor, like the witness testified, he lives in the United Kingdom. So he bought the property, which he paid cash. Because he wasn't available, he told his son to go represent him and close on the property. He gave him a power of attorney, which is Exhibit B. And the power of attorney says that Mr.
Gary,
Kentebe is a
I just
fiduciary.
put something out. Can you go grab it for me?
And that
Okay.
Mr. Kentebe, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I'm saying the exhibit says Mr. Kentebe is a fiduciary to Mr. Falabi to close on the property. For some reason, his name wound up on the property, which he wasn't supposed to. And like I said, it's creating a cloud on the title, and we're trying to remove that cloud, Your Honor.
Okay, the court, well, let me just look at one last thing. I think we can grant this, but let me check one thing.
Sorry, Your Honor, were you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear.
No, just give me 1 second.
Yes, sir. Are you talking to me, sir?
I'm just asking both of you, just give me 1 second, okay? I'm just looking at
Yes,
something.
sir. I thought you were talking to me.
Okay. All right. Okay, went ahead and signed the order, and you should be able to get it by probably late tomorrow or Wednesday offline. And they should also
Okay.
send you a copy as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You may. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.